They said don't fight the system. They said stay quiet.
They were wrong. Lock in. We are exposing what so many have failed to. We are gonna show you what bar attorneys have hidden from all of us. Hundreds of thousands of children and twice that of parents have been lied to and walked down the road of termination. It's the death penalty. We're all of the protesters, the ones who fight for the rights of prisoners, dogs, illegal immigrants. Why aren't you coming to the aid of our children and families? Right here in America, every day a child per minute is kidnapped. And no one cares. We fight alone until today. CPS punishers mount up. Here comes the CPS Punisher. Anonymous tip, another lie from one of them. No warrant, no proof, just a badge and a grin. Stealing kids like trophies, thinking they'll win. Mama crying on the porch, daddy in the cage. System wrote the script, but the CPS Punisher just flipped the page. The educator they banned, I see every violation, every forged line, every ex-part hearing, every stolen time. One tap of the app and the truth ignites. Welcome to the CPS Punisher, now we can fight. CPS and the courts have lied to us all.
The courts will not disgrace the family.
CPS Punisher, here to avoid the chains and expose the game.
CPS Punisher,
the educator they never wanted you to find.
Punisher,
one tap and their empire cracks. We rise, we take our kids back. The app is called the CPS Punisher. I'm the cape in the shadows, the skull in the night, the binder full of secrets, the weapons you all need. Ab initio, watch me void that lie. Fourth Amendment armor, watch the tyrants cry. Falsified drug test gone in a flash. I see Tebio, warrior, due process king. Every parent's hero when the hotline rings. I call it justice. Download the truth, now the system busts us. From the courtroom to the streets, hear the battle cry. The CPS Punishers arrive. Kiss your bar asses goodbye. They tried to silence us, now we're the loudest voice in the room.
CPS Punisher,
Here to avoid the chains and expose the game.
CPS Punisher,
The educator they never wanted you to find.
Punisher,
The children never leave again. Families rise, we never look back. We now use the CPS Punisher. This ain't revenge, this is reunification. This ain't rage, this is resurrection. Open the app, step into the fight. You ready?
CPS Punisher,
The app you need when they took your kid.
CPS Punisher,
The truth they hid, now the truth gets lit.
Punisher,
Download the power, take back the throne.
Punisher,
You're never alone. CPS Punisher, the educator they never wanted you to find. Void complete, family restored. The bar is finished, the Constitution will prevail. Judges do what's right. Treason is your penalty.
CPS Punisher,
Here comes the CPS Punisher.
What's up, everybody? Actually waiting for Justin right now. I don't know where he is. It's right there. He called me into this. So yeah, my our house did get taken out over the last weekend. nothing left. It was some sort of an explosion that did it. And yeah, here we are now. Still here and fighting. They're not going to make us quiet. That's for damn sure. That's not going to happen. So while we're waiting for Justin, the CPS Punisher app is up now. www.thecpspunisher.com. It's up and running, so make sure you guys check that out. It's pretty badass. It's on the free version right now, and then there's some upgrades. But anybody that has donated towards my family and because of this tragedy on my Cash App, I'll give you guys a free subscription for life for the CPS Punisher app, just so you guys know that that's there. I don't want, I know anybody that donates anything is hard enough right now, and I don't even like asking about these things or asking for them. But if you do that, then in turn, I will give you a lifetime access to the CPS Punisher app. And that'll be worth its weight in gold, especially if you're fighting these bastards right now. But Justin's here. Let's pull him out. What's up, homie? You can't hear me? Can you not hear me? You can't hear me, or I can't hear you. Which one is it? Danielle, can you hear me? Or can I not hear Justin? I'm not sure which one it is. Oh, yes. Justin, you got to go back out and come back in, buddy, in Chrome. That's what the issue is. I can see it right here. Or somewhere. You just go back out and come back in. Hold on. Let me see if I can do it for you. Hold on, buddy. There we go. All right, let's see if that will work. Audio only is off for Justin. Undo. I'm going to undo whatever it's done. Jesus, they don't want us. All right, sweet. Justin, can you hear me? See, I don't see any of your microphones on right now. I can see your cameras. You got two cameras. Camera 1, camera 2. I didn't want you to change your camera, really. That was an accident. It's in front. Boy, Justin, they don't want us to talk. They're doing everything in their power right now to stop us from talking. That's for damn sure. So I don't know, while we're waiting for Justin here, see if he comes out and comes back. Justin, go out and come back in, homie, if you don't mind. If you can hear me, I don't understand why I did that to you. They are really making it hard for us to communicate tonight. But check this out. I'll show you guys the. Let me show you what we were dealing with here. Let's see. Watch this. So here's the thing. This fire is undetermined. And I don't have any problems with saying this stuff. This fire was undetermined. Right? This fire was undetermined, they're saying so far. But it burned so hot that it got rid of everything, all the evidence, everything. Right? Pull this up here. Check this footage out of this shit. Let me see here if this one has it. There we go. I'm going to disable my ad blocker. I don't know, ad block plus. Yeah, disable. Sorry here, disable. Okay, take this website down off the ad blocker so we can see it. All right, refresh. Here we go. Now I'm going to put this up here for you guys here. There's Justin. I can see his picture back. Justin, if you could hear me, if you could go back in and come back in and try to go back in. They're really trying hard not to make us see each other tonight. That's for sure. Check this out, guys. This is our house. Let's see what they say about it on the news. This crap. Let's see how they made the fire. Oh, for God's sakes. Sheen and Gordon. Let's start with the bar attorney advertisement, right?
No, let's really meet him. Alex isn't afraid to get a little messy to help his
There we
community.
go. Sorry, guys.
Always make us laugh. He loves an adventure from the slopes to the beach.
Get that. Here we go.
Injuries were reported during a fire in Berwick. The State Fire Marshal's office says flames broke out at a garage on Riley's Run yesterday afternoon. The fire did spread to the home before crews could put it out, and officials say the fire was so destructive they haven't been able to figure out what exactly caused it.
So isn't that something? Isn't that damn near something that the fire was so crazy that they couldn't even figure out what caused it? Now, what the hell would cause that, right? This is supposed to just be a garage fire. Just a simple old garage fire where my studio was, where the front walls are completely gone. Where her brother, oh, Jesus, where now her brother has gone to the Boston burn center where he didn't have any burns in the first couple of days, but now his hands are completely black and third-degree burns, and who knows what's going to happen to his hands. And a couple of my cats are very, very sick. One of them is actually in the emergency room right now, getting taken care of. He almost died the other night because his throat was swelling. So what the hell was in the chemicals and what was in there that these people are saying that they can't determine what caused this fire? Because I never known the people to have after effects of fire and things like that. I've never known anybody in any fire to ever have anything like that happen. Never seen it before. Never heard about it. Never nothing. I just can't believe this. I can't believe that they are saying that they don't know what it is. And with them saying that it's undetermined, guess what else gets undetermined? The insurance. That's right, folks. Hey, Ryan's here. The insurance. That's right. So we're fighting with all of this stuff. Like I said to everybody, anybody that donates anything, I'm waiting for Justin. I shouldn't feel bad about saying this, but anybody that was out there hey, if you want some of the music too, if you guys donate to my Cash App, if you guys want any of the tunes, any of the artwork, any of that stuff at all that I've got, I'm more than welcome and more than willing to give you that stuff in trade for helping us out. And like I said, I wasn't doing this. I'm not making this call up on my own, but Justin was doing this for me, and I was going to join him. I feel really odd about even asking anybody for money because I know we're all in the same situation. I know that we're all struggling, and if you can't, you can't. And I don't want you to feel bad about it. I don't want anybody to feel bad about not being able to help me or my family out. Just support us, morally, and that's all we could ask for from anybody. If you can't help us out, then yeah, do that. Do some Cash App stuff, and then we will make sure that we whatever you guys want that I have, you can have it. Whether it's my app, whether it's my music, whether it's my artwork, whether it's some advice, whether it's anything that you guys want, please, it's yours for the taking, because we definitely need it right now. And, I'm really amazed. There's been some people out here that have been really solid for me, but then there's been some people out there that's really been, I'm very surprised at their actions. And we know, I don't even want to bring up who, but we all know what that episode was the other night. Who that was and what that was about. So, that's not to be brought up again, but I'm just very surprised that people are like this. And, I can't believe, again, I'm in awe of how our government and how the people around us treat people that are parts of these, disasters. And sorry about that, guys. So, I'm really the amount of, that people, hold on one second, guys, sorry. I'm really surprised at the amount of help that is not out there for people that are in destructive fire situations. Another behoove me, maybe like, wow, what the hell are you talking about? That this is where are the people, right? Where are, you think when people's houses burn, you get this community support, you get all of this stuff. But man, it's like, they're not there. Red Cross came, they gave us $700 for 3 of us to last a couple of weeks for housing and shelter, food and clothing, and like all this. And I don't know if those people have been to the store. I used to work for Red Cross long ago. And man, we were very much more generous to this, which leads me to believe that this is more than what's going on here, because they're cutting us off at all avenues. They're not even allowing us to go to our home and retrieve whatever is good. We're not even allowed to go there. They threaten us under arrest. They say they're going to arrest us if we're caught on the property because they're deeming it unsafe. Now, when the hell have you ever heard of people not being able to go in and get whatever they can salvage out of the place? I mean, this is our stuff, and they didn't even board up the house. They didn't do any of these things, so looters could be going. All right, Chris, you got it. You know how to get in touch with me, right? cpsvhuntingjustice@gmail.com. Duty never stops. Duty always calls, man. Get in touch with us. Unless you want to come on here real quick and do it. You're more than welcome to get in here, Chris, and share your story right now. I mean, hell, this stuff doesn't stop just because my world got beat up and blown up and they tried to, well, I'm going to go out and say it. They tried to take me out because why is it my studio? Everything in my studio is gone. I was supposed to be on a podcast, and now it's in the CPS Punisher app. And right at 1:14, my studio blew up. And when I say blew up, it blew my wife to the ground. She went outside to go get a cat litter box, and the whole damn front of the building blew off. But yeah, that's undetermined. We can't figure that out. But there's no gas lines. There's no propane tanks that were blown up. There's none of that stuff in the house. But yet there's animals and people getting chemical burns showing up days and days later, right? But that's not suspicious at all. You know that they haven't even questioned any of us. And on that Monday morning, when my buddy and I went over there, we were still looking for some of the cats. We were over there, and the people across the street had plumes and plumes of black smoke coming from the back of their house. Looked like the point that their house was almost on fire. And my buddy Ryan was like, man, he's like, looks like their house is on fire, man. This is crazy. And look back, and it did. And I got that video footage too. And then I started thinking about it. I said, you know what, Ryan? That's not a fire at the house. They're getting rid of the evidence, man. They're doing that. It was 6:30 in the morning. One of these people out there are going to have a huge fire like that. They're putting it right in our faces. And I'm not afraid to put that out there either, because I know what I'm speaking is the truth. Right now, we're just trying to be safe, being away from all of this nonsense. Like I said, I appreciate everything that everybody's done. I'm very disappointed in some of the services that are around there, because what if, man, I'm lucky to have a good group of people like all of you guys around here, around my life. So I'm fortunate, but what if people weren't? What if people didn't have that, They'd really be in some deep, deep trouble. So I'm just very, very fortunate. I'm very, very fortunate to have all you guys. I'm fortunate to have Justin. I'm fortunate to have Dr. Fowler. I'm fortunate to have Becca. I'm fortunate to have Jess. I'm fortunate to have Candace. I'm fortunate to have Danielle. I'm fortunate to have Gunnar. I'm fortunate to have Alicia. I'm fortunate to have Naylor. I'm fortunate to have, the list just goes on. And if I didn't put you in there, I apologize. I'm fortunate, like I said, to have Justin, his crew jumping on with us. Cindy, Dave's friend, she's been amazing to me and my wife through this thing. There's people out there that have just been top notch, and I really appreciate it. And I'm indebted to all of you for the rest of my life. Whatever you guys need, I'll always be there for you, and I will give you whatever you guys need or want that I can possibly do, because just you guys watching the shows and giving us support that way is more than you guys can ever imagine what it means to me. I really appreciate it so much. Just hanging in there with me through this time is its weight in gold. It means more to me than dollars. And just know that, I had someone tell me over the weekend, say, you'll never be as popular as me, you and your little 200, 300 followers that you have, which is more than that. But my response to that was this: I'd rather have my 200 or 300 followers that I know every one of your names, every one of your stories, everything about every one of you. Everything that you've told me, I know about all of you. And I would rather have you guys on my side. And I'd only rather have a few of you because I know every one of you. And I could talk about every one of you, and I consider you all my friends, than to have 20,000 inflated, numbered, paid for followers. That's not why I do this. I don't do this to, be a, celebrity. I don't do this to try to, make numbers on YouTube so we can make money. I don't do this for that. What I do it for is for every one of you that look to us every day to give them support, a laugh, whatever we give you every day. You people that come on here and watch us every day, whatever we give you, that we supply you guys, that's what I look forward to, because you know what? That could be the difference between one day you being here and one day you not. And I'm proud of that. So these people that want to say that, oh, you're a little channel and you're this and you've been doing this for 5 years and you only got this many followers, I don't give a fuck. I'd rather have 3 or 4 followers. But I know you guys, I know who you are, and I care about each and every one of you. And I appreciate you all caring about what's going on with me and my family. And like I said, if you can't donate anything, that's fine. I don't hold a goddamn thing against you for that. And please know that. But I'm here still to help you guys. I'm here to get you guys through what you need to get through in a day. I'm gonna survive. I'm a survivor. I will get through this. I will survive, like the Grateful Dead song says. I just want to make sure that you guys are okay. Make sure that you guys, I don't want you to be worried about me. I want you guys to be focused on you and focused on you guys getting better, staying happy, staying strong, fighting your cases, being able to be strong for one another and all of that. That's my mission. That's the way I feel about things. That's the way that I want things to be. So, and I feel just damn fine about the number of people that we have that surround us. That's right, baby. Let's go, Brandon. That's Naylor right there. My boy, CPS Deadpool. But yeah, that's it, guys. That's it. Justin's not here. I'm going to put my Cash App up on here, guys. Like I said, if you can't, you can't. If you can, please do. We greatly appreciate it. Like I said, whatever you want that I have, that you've seen on my, anything that you know of that I do have, that you guys know I have the app or certain songs or pictures you've seen or whatever, it's yours. Guaranteed, hands down, no questions asked. I just thank you. And you know what? Just by watching this podcast, there's something here just by watching and supporting this, whatever you want. Because I appreciate you guys just giving me your time to listen to me right now. That's just as important, just as goddamn important as being on and, making a contribution. You and burn his house down. I knew who you were. Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I know. I just noticed that you've popped in, and I appreciate you coming back because you've been around for a minute now. This week. Here's the funny thing. I'm going to go and say that. There's an article that I sent around to some people, and I don't think people picked up on this. But in this article, it talks about a fire that was in a place called Hollis, Maine. Now, the details in this article completely replicate the story that I had, so it's kind of weird. And it even talks about, a propane tank and next to a refrigerator, next, with a buddy heater and one cat missing, and all of these things are, they're so damn similar that you would think that it was my story, right down to missing one cat still, and we were looking at. Hi Cindy, hope you're doing well, dear. So that was that part of that story. The next thing was a article about a town and a street in a certain part of Maine Well, that's where CPS stole. Well, that's where my kid is. They stole my kid when they stole my kid, and that's where she is now. The same name and the same street, same place, same everything. And then the third story in there was about our house. So what's the irony there? What's the coincidences? What's that, right? Or do you guys think that that's a message? Do you think that that was a message to me? So what I'm trying to figure out is what that first part was. That first part with that message where everything was the same in the same place and all that. I'm trying to figure out, is that the message of where it came from? Is that the message of who it went to? I don't know. I'm not sure. But it's kind of freaky. So to all of us, you know what? Make sure, we're watching our backs, guys, because this out there and this is real. And like I said, I'm going to go out there on a limb and I'm going to say that they did. This was an attack on me. No doubt about it. It was an attack on me. Even one of the people that were at the house saw a 5 foot tall, some sort of a tank being pushed out of the garage with a huge blown open side on it. One that we had never seen and we know we didn't have. Because there was no stoves or any gas or any of that stuff that went in the garage. As a matter of fact, my wife was in my studio just 30 seconds before it blew up. So my studio was half of the garage. We had a huge 2-car garage. Half of it was my studio. The other half was, the garage, where we put, wood stove. The wood stove was there and, tool bench and all that stuff. Well, my studio is gone. We had a leather sectional couch in there that you can't even see anymore. My computers are completely melted into puddles, if they're even in existence anymore. There's nothing left in my studio. Not even the walls. And the thing is that they were all wrapped up in this fire retardant HVAC paper. So that should have even helped a little bit if this was this. But when Mary came out of there was no fire. There was no smell of gas. I'm just thankful to God that she went outside and the place blew up then. She said all of a sudden she saw fire and dark black smoke come out from underneath the thing. And then boom, and it blew her down, blew the windows out. And that was it. And I even made it home before the fire department, and I was further away than the fire department. Isn't that crazy? But, I'm just, I'm thankful that nobody got hurt. We only lost one of our cats. The little Peaches. I don't know if any of you ever paid attention to our cats, but Peaches, she was the one that was always jumping up and down on the screen. So I really miss her. She should be here right now, jumping up and down on the screen. I should be thankful that we got the other 20, but it's very, 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 it's very, very, very hard without her because she left behind her 2 little kittens. And they say that they don't notice this stuff, but they do. They miss their mom. And there's 3 others that are not brand new kittens, but they're still in their adolescence that they needed their mommy. And it's pretty cool to see the other cats take to them and take care of them. They do their cleaning and all of this is pretty. Cats are really interesting. I don't want to get on that topic, but I don't want to get choked up about Peaches. But you're damn right, gang stalking is hugely real. And I've been telling people for a long time that they've been doing that to me. And people think I'm crazy. And people think I'm this and that. But I mean, we do an episode every day. For 3 years I've done this. Every day, sometimes twice a day. And we used to run 7 days a week. It's a lot of episodes. It's a lot of information. And we don't get into the drama. You all know that. Yeah, absolutely. Backdraft. That's exactly what I thought of. When she touched the door, so we had, where my studio was, there's 2 windows, right? So 2 windows on the side, the garage doors in the front, right, where the driveway is. And 2 windows on the side, 2 windows on the back side. So where my studio was on the front side, there's the door that you go into the garage, So the windows, everything blew out. She said it ripped it looked like a 16-inch from the top wall down, all the way down the wall, a straight line. She said the fire went, swirled right out it, and it was just like kaboom, the windows blew out and all that stuff. Well, she ran it because the door was open. She said some cats took off. She went over to push that door. That door was so freaking hot she couldn't even touch it, burnt her hands. Now that only had to have been 5-10 seconds after this thing happened. So you tell me what happened. What do you guys think? What's your thoughts? And then they don't let you on your property? It's been a week. I did this stuff for ServPro, for myself, for my father's company. I've been doing disaster restoration before I became the CPS Punisher. That's what I did my whole life. I have never. I've been in towns that have been completely engulfed by, forest fires in California. I've been in towns that have flooded, out in Louisiana, things like that. Just the disaster and the destruction I've seen is just uncanny. This here, and the amount of, and then in the papers, they have the audacity to say they got a control of the fire very quickly. Were they looking at the same pictures? Did they get the same videos? Because the only thing I saw was a whole bunch of burnt down house that they didn't have under control. We saw it coming up the pitch. We're yelling at them, get some water in there, spray some water in that pitch. It's going for it, man. As soon as it went up and over there, it was like insinuator, it's just nuts, just nuts. So, like I said, they're not letting us get our stuff back. So we really do have nothing, guys. I have the shirt on my back, and my wife is very, she's without a lot, and we just don't have a lot right now, guys. So you know what? If you can help, please do. I'd really appreciate it. My wife appreciates it. We're trying to get a fifth wheel or something like that, so that we can get out of the position with that place that we're in. Yeah, we're okay where we are right now. It's not the ideal place, but beggars can't be choosers. And with the very much little to no help that we've gotten from everybody with Red Cross, and I'm talking about that way. It just sucks, man. And I hope that none of this ever happens. I hope none of this ever happens to any of you guys. I really do, because I don't want you to be put in this situation. And I'm gonna be okay. I will be okay, and I'm going to continue to fight for all of you. Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, that's right, Erica. Thank you so much. I hope she is. I really do, because she was the best. She was such a sweet. She was from the first litter. She was a terrible mommy cat, but man, she was a great cat. And I'm really surprised that she's the one that didn't make it. As a matter of fact, she was one of the ones that, when I started seeing that some of them had lived, there was never a doubt in my mind that Peaches would be around. Like she was so witty and so, but yeah, she didn't make it. Man, doesn't that hurt? Now, little man's down there, and he's the dad of all the cats. He's in the hospital. We just got ourselves a $13-14 bill from him. I tried a couple of help things, and those didn't go through for us. So, and we're trying. It's not like it's not lack of trying for us, guys. I appreciate everything. We're trying. All right, I feel like I'm gonna start to maybe water up my eyes here. So here's my cash apps, guys. The DGENP one is that one seems to be the one that's DG Enterprises. That's the one that people are having the most success with, I guess, when they do it. The GFY JDG 2021 one is, I don't know why, but people are having issues with it. So that's them. Like I said, the purpose of the show tonight was Justin was going to come in and we were going to chat, but I guess the powers that be didn't want that to happen. But look for him on this news channel, because he's going to be doing some newslets right here a couple times a week, if he feels right for it, or maybe even just one. I don't know. It's very, it's a tough and taxing thing, but he's going to come in here and he's going to start pumping some stuff. He's a great dude. All these Ohio guys are great. Justin, Becca, everybody from Ohio so far seems to be good. So thank you, Amy, very much. That's right. That's right. And you all know how I've been talking about the Void Ebony show if you've been following me for a while. Well, get ready, because we're about ready to see if that's going to work. I got to be tight-lipped about it. But I think between what we've done and this other person has done, I think we may have it, guys. And I'll tell you what, if we do have that, then it's going to be all systems go. Because the first one in the courthouse wins, right? Isn't that what Tiff always says? Well, we incorporated that into what we think is proper terminologies and proper etiquettes and proper case laws and proper examples. And I think we got it, guys. So be on the lookout. That's coming. That is coming. So, again, thank you so much, guys. If you guys can, you can. If you can't, you can't. Just know that I appreciate every damn one of you, and I'm glad that I could be here tonight and this past week, because you know what? Had I been home when I was supposed to be home doing what I was supposed to be doing, we wouldn't be doing this right now. So thank you all very much for everything. I appreciate it. There's the Cash App. If I can do anything for you guys, you know how to get in touch with me. You know my door's open. You know my phone line's open. You know my emails. You know everything about me. So do what you got to do to get in touch with me, because I'm eager to help some people out, because I got a lot of rage and anger that needs to be directed, and it needs to be directed in a positive way. And that's through helping all you guys. So have a good night, guys. I think Gunner's coming up right now. So stay tuned, and appreciate you all so much. Thank you all. I love you all. And you all be safe and have a good night. Check this out. It's one of my favorites that I've just done recently. Thank you guys again very much, all of you. Your support, what you do for us here. You have no idea. Have a good night, guys.
Give you a feeling of power, something that we try to watch you out after hour. It isn't always there for us to gorge it for our gloomy day, knowing that our God is near and prefers the bad hour. For within is here, he knows what is the best, to live life, love, and we don't worry about the rest. We are the children he has picked to live on his land. If you think this place is special, wait until we see his plan to be the one we want to serve. In his presence all I heard. If we don't ask, we don't receive. When you're ready, take that knee. Ask of him what you shall be. With his love he showed you me. So many of us pass through this life, always gaining on the night, never feeling just right, ignoring all the signs to the lies. Walk with your head straight and high, don't let the light go right by, for he has given you direction. It's up to you to please obey. The feeling you have is what he gave you. Heavy you power so they will obey you. Look up at him with no betrayal. Release your love, put evil behind us, to be the once cried. You will know you found it, the power you once grounded. So to live in the best, look to your neighbors, they'll pass the test. The rest is easy, you never would have guessed. To be the one we want to serve, in His presence all are heard. If we don't ask, we don't receive. When you're ready, take that knee. Ask of Him what you shall be. With His love He showed you me. Oh, to be the one we want to serve, in His presence all are heard. If we don't ask, we don't receive. When you're ready, take that knee. Ask of Him what you shall be. With His love He showed you me, I'm sure. Oh, oh, sir. Oh, sir. Oh, I'm sure.
Walking down this block, paint, peel, text, talk, my grip, shirt, thrift, whole life in this wall. Mama in the window, eyes red, case closed, CPS on the table. Photo stick, hope thin, little man on the fire escape. Watching me like teach me. He got caught in a story too. Same judge, same week. I rap to the stroller rap back. Baby don't know what they stole, that's fact. Public defender on the corner looking beat. Truth in the bars when I drag my feet. Hooked on the headline, strapped to a file. They stamp your name, then they take your smile. They call it care, we call it grief. I call it out on this busted street. Talk to 'em. This the truth in the streets, not TV. Every verse like a sworn CD, every kid like a sealed receipt. They got numbers, we got names, we bleed. It's the truth in the streets, where we stand. Whole case in my callous hand. Then you listen, then you and I see. I'm the voice that they can't delete.
Where to begin? Once upon a time, there was a man known as the CPS Punisher. They thought they could keep him quiet. But now... he's going viral. And I'm not holding back! Say what you've been waiting to